In today's video, I want to share 4 exercises for you to brainstorm your business ideas. The first thing that we got stuck at is likely to be a good business idea. One of the main reasons being we live in a society that already has a lot of existing options, so we don't know what products or services that we can provide that would add value. Lately, I've come across a book called $1 Million Weekend by Noah Kagan. It is a handbook for anyone who wants to start a small business. It provides 4 exercises for us to generate our business ideas. Noah Kagan mentioned in his book, great ideas comes from being a problem seeker. Customers want solutions, not ideas. We have to train ourselves to have a good eye on problems. When you constantly write down your own problems and actively look for a solution, if there's no existing solution, that might be an opportunity for you. Often the problem that you have, many other people will face the same problem as well. Noah Kagan listed 4 questions for us to answer. They are: what is one thing this morning that irritated me? What is one thing on my to-do list that has been there over a week? What is one thing that I regularly fail to do well? What is one thing I wanted to buy recently, only to find out that no one made it? Here's all my answers for these questions. You can also try coming up with 4 ideas by answering these questions. You can also write down a list of things that bothers you and keep them in a notebook. Pay attention to anything that appears repeatedly. I encourage you to write down as many ideas as possible and don't worry about how feasible these ideas are yet. The more ideas, the better. We will filter out the best possible ideas later on after these exercises. It could be accessories or surveys related to bestsellers in the market. Some good examples would be Casetify, selling accessories of our favorite Apple products. Other Apple accessory brands include Wildflowers and Berga, both with annual revenue in the millions. Stanley water bottle has gained huge popularity in the past years, so now we can see people selling accessories for these tumblers. Notion in the past few years has become our favorite note-taking and task management tool. We see opportunities such as selling Notion templates and courses. There is a YouTuber called Islo. It's a great example of turning passion into a 500,000 business selling Notion templates. You can pay attention to your favorite products in your life, the product you can live without, or the top 3 products you use most frequently, and think about what related products or services you can provide. Here are the 3 ideas that I have. And try coming up with 3 ideas from bestsellers in the market. Find ideas by studying the marketplaces where people are trying to spend their money, such as on Twitter and Facebook, where people making posts asking for a solution. You can also check frequent requests on Craigslist, completed listing on eBay. See if you can come up with any ideas that will fulfill these requests and try at least generate 1 idea from marketplace. Sell something that people already want. The tools that Noah Kagan suggests us to use are Google search engines and Reddit. You can use answerthepublic.com to evaluate the most popular questions among major search engines and media platforms to see if you can create a product or service around those requests. On Reddit, there's a group called Somebody Made This, where many people would constantly share their ideas. So another tool that I learned about recently is a website called Exploding Topics. Its founder has a very strong SEO background. It is a platform that identifies emerging trends and topics before they become mainstream. It has algorithms to analyze online conversations, search trends, and social media mentions to identify topics that are experiencing rapid growth in interest and engagement. It has a filter that allows us to search trends in the industry that we are interested in. Try using search engine queries to come up with 2 ideas. When you finish the above 4 exercises, you should have at least 10 ideas on your list. So now let's filter them out. Recently, I've learned about this Japanese philosophy called Ikigai. It translates to a reason for being or a reason to wake up in the morning. It describes the intersection of the 4 elements: things that I enjoy, things that I'm good at, things that make me money, and things that make the world a better place. See from your list if any idea that fall under the 4 intersections. Look within your zone of influence. It is very similar to an idea mentioned in the book. What is the most painful or valuable problem you can solve for people that you also have passion for or unique expertise in, for the largest niche possible that you belong to and understand? The second way to learn which of your ideas have the best potential turning into a $1 million opportunity, the two key questions you need to think about are: is the overall market dying, flat, or growing? Ideally, you'll want a flat or growing market. And the second question would be, is this a $1 million opportunity? To figure that out, we have to know the number of potential customers and the price of your product. Let's do a quick assessment on some of my ideas, and I will use ideas that I talked about in my last video. The thing we need to look up are Google Trend, and based on this trend, you can estimate how many units of your products that you can sell. Price you plan to sell at, so what is the total market opportunity, and is this a $1 million opportunity worth pursuing? For Transome dress, we can see there is a decrease in search in the recent years. For dog mostly question, we see there is almost no search on such thing. For fat loss snack, we can see there's not much search on these keywords. But I kind of feel there's demand for this. So in this case, we search for related terms around this product because we may not always have the best keywords. The good thing is Google Trends provide related topics and query itself. We can further look up based on Google suggestions. We can see the market for healthy snack has not yet plateaued, as we see there's an increasing in searches. And lastly, we see the demand for crystal, it's decreasing in recent years. Based on this information, I quickly fill up this table, but for sure, more market research needs to be done. I did a video about how you can do market research on the business idea that you have. I will link that video so you can see if you find that helpful. This one more thing that you can do is to conduct a lot of case studies. By that, I mean learning from other entrepreneurs' stories. But we shouldn't just mindlessly copy what entrepreneurs and influencers said on YouTube or TikTok has been working for them. Instead, consciously pay attention to their 4Ws while you watch. Who specifically they're targeting? What's their unique value proposition that make this company stand out? Where they find their audience and promote the solution to them? What are some of their pivotal points along the journey for this business continue to grow? I've been watching Entrepreneur Story on the channel of Cody Santros, CNBC Make It, Start the Story, and Brad Malinowski. Many stories they share have now turned into $1 million business, but I believe they all started as small business. And I think it is okay to set big goals and break them down into tiny steps. At the end of today's video, I want to share a few words to those who have been waiting, like myself. I think one of the main reasons that has been stopping me is I've been constantly looking for a perfect idea. And because this idea is so perfect and so that it will guarantee this business will not fail. But recently I have changed my mindset. For all business, large or small, they do not start with the perfect idea in the first place. They all pivot. So I'm allowing myself to pivot and worst case to fail. If you are also someone who has been waiting, don't let professionalism sabotage your action plan.